Hello guys, welcome to another video today. In today's video, I'll be starting a new series called All About Life Skills, where I will be talking about everything related to all the different types of life skills. Should you do them? What do they do? And how do you make money with them? As you may know, previously I have released a 5-part video in regards to cooking, including cooking, gathering, farming, and node management. But I feel like that wasn't a good video, and either they were misleading or they gave out some information that was not fully. So yeah, so I'll be redoing that, and hopefully everything will be a lot better this time. So in today's video, I'll be going over through the node system. So if you didn't know, node is something that is very unique to the world of Black Desert, where for my personal experience, I never seen anything like this in other MMOs or any other game in general. So what they are essentially the system where you connect from city to different parts, and you get workers for you, and they'll collect different types of resources for you. So there are currently 6 types of nodes, starting with the most basic one. So this green background with this square border and a castle in the middle. This is the capital city node. So they are your, I would say, your base city, base location where you will have most of your stuff in there. So there are currently, I don't know how many cities there are, but there's Calphion, Grana, Velia, Heidel, Duvenkron, Altanova, and finally Valencia City. So there are your capital cities, and most people like to base said city of Velia, Heidel, or Calphion, since they are the most populated and in general they have a lot of resources around them. But I personally have mine. My base city is in Grana, but I have my resources from Velia and Heidel. So since I have not invested in Calphion, so I'll be taking Calphion as an example when I do this video. Then the next one we have is town nodes. They also have this square border, but instead they have a blue background and the 3 house icon. So town nodes acts the same as the city. So city, if you click into them, there are many residents where you can get either storage, custom milk, and all sorts of types of stuff. Then towns, they are similar, but they have a lot less housings, and some specific towns like Port Etheria, for example, are very special since this is the only workshop where you can craft the best ship parts, as you can see from here. I won't talk about in this in too much detail. Then we have the trading nodes. So they have this arrow looking thing and with a circle around them. So trading node always have a trading manager. That's why they are called trading nodes. Then there is the regular node. I believe they are called connecting nodes. So as the name suggested, they connect to stuff. The only difference is that they do not have the circle arrow around it, so they do not have the actual trade manager. Then there is the gateway, which I have no clue what they're used for, apart from node wars and connecting. They cost a lot of contribution points to invest, and they literally have no use in my opinion. Then finally, there is the danger nodes. So danger nodes are nodes where you can invest in, and they give you increased drop from the mobs around it. So for example, the danger node I invested in is Bloodwolf Settlement, and you can put energy in them to level them up to increase the drop rate of the resources, the rate of the monster there. So some specific nodes, not all of them, when you click into them, this is not a good example, here's a good example. There is like another tier that you can invest in. So in this case, I'm on Circa Island, and when I clicked on it, there is the fishing drying yard. This node I can further invest in and get a, so if I invest in this and I further invest this, I can send a worker there. But make sure that the worker needs to be connected to this node. For example, I currently have a, let's say a goblin worker that is not full. So that's not a good example. So I have this professional purple worker from Grana, and if I press start work, it says, Yep, an exploration node must be connected in order to use this worker from other regions. What that means is my purple worker is in Grana, I need to physically connect all the nodes all the way up to here, then I can get them to start working. But let's be honest, that's not efficient. So yeah, the most efficient way would be getting a worker from Port Etheria and sending it over. So investing node, as I have just did. So withdraw this for now. Withdraw this. So if you click into a node, and when it's got this white line to it, that means this is the node that you can invest. So if you do not have a value pack, which is the top left backpack looking icon, you have to physically go to the node, talk to the node manager, and invest in that node. But if you do have the value pack, you can simply go to your world map, click on it, then press invest contribution. It will cost you 10 energy, so make sure you have enough energy before you start investing. So invest. Now we have unlocked this node, then we can connect to the next node, like so. And there's more nodes to connect, which I'm not going to do since this is the node I don't want. So I'm going to withdraw that and invest in this one. So since we got this invested, there's a line to the fishing yard, so we can do that and press invest. Now we can send out workers. So I'm just gonna withdraw this since I do not have, actually no, I will do this. So now your next step is getting a worker. Simply press the find NPC icon and go to a worker, and it will automatically path you to the work supervisor. Talk to the NPC, then press contract workers. It will also require energy to hire worker, and it is from a pool of random different types of worker. So for example, right now the energy we spent, we got a giant worker. So there are 5 types of worker. 3, so the first 3, human, goblin, and giant, are all from everywhere, except for Grana, which Grana has its own special race of worker, which is the Papu and the fattest. So starting from goblin worker, they work the fastest but have the lowest stamina. Giant have the slowest work speed but the highest stamina. Humans are in between. Fattest are equivalent of giant, and Papu are equivalent of goblins. So right now we got a regular giant worker, which is highlighted by this green text. There are 5 different types of levels as well, starting from naive, which is the white tier. Then you have the regular worker, which is the green tier. Then you have the next level, which is the skilled worker. After that, 12 blue tier. After that, professional, yellow. And finally, artisan, and orange. So the 5 energy we just spent got as a giant worker, since this is not something I wanted. So I can either press view another. Yes. As you can see, we now rolled a skilled giant worker. But that's also not something I want. So I can go continuous view. Worker grade, let's go skilled and higher. Number of worker to view, let's say 5. Enter. View continuously. As you can see, so what that means is I press this and I press 5. So you'll stop when it actually reaches a skilled worker or higher. So that's why it stopped on the skilled human worker. So human worker is also something that I do not want. So let's keep on going. Hope I don't run out of energy. Ooh, would you look at that? So that's a professional worker, which is very good to pick up. It's not the best, but it's decent. So picking it up will require silver. So make sure you have enough silver on you or in your storage of this location you are in before you actually start hire, because if you go out, you cannot hire this worker anymore. It will go away. So make sure you have silver in your inventory slot. So bring say put like 1 million just in case something special happens. I don't know. So hire worker, and yes. So now we got our goblin worker. The next thing you can also do worker if you do not want to hire them is actually go to worker exchange, which currently there are none on the marketplace. So if there's some on the marketplace, they will actually pop up saying you can hire this worker, and the worker will be the town or location specific. So for example, if a worker says it's in Heidel, then it can only be in Heidel. You can't not bring it over to somewhere like Port Etheria, for example. So they are stuck there forever. You can also register your worker from your current location. So I can register this, and there will be a tax and everything. So you can also register your worker if you don't want them or just want profit in general. Then after you register, you can see it in my registration where you have the worker. So now with all that out of the way, and so talk to him. It says you cannot hire anymore. It requires additional lodging, or you can use pearls to buy expansion coupons. So no, we do not want to use pearls since we're free to play. What? So yeah. So you go to the town of your current location. For example, I want Port Etheria for more workers. So we're clicking to Port Etheria, then go to top right and look for lodging. You see, you'll hop all the location where you can buy lodging. There are two types of color when you hire. When you buy houses, so for example, the blue one is a house you can buy straight away without having any prerequisite. For example, if you want to get this Port Etheria 2-1 RM2, it says check purchase condition, which I will need to buy the Port Etheria 2-1 RM1 in prior. So what this like number in front of me means, so for example, this is its 2, so 2-1, which is the second group, the first house. Here there is Port 1-1, so that's the first group, first house, but that's the second floor. So pretty much generally you only need the first floor you only need the first floor without needing to buy the second floor to go to the next one. So this is why I got Port Etheria 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, then 1-4-2F. That's why I didn't buy this like Port 1-2-2F and such. So since this was the house I wanted for my ship part, I just went through that to this chain and got here. So you can't get 2F because you get 1F, so you have to do that in that order. Now back to lodging. We can click on this and purchase. Make sure your thing is set to lodging, so you can press purchase lodging. It will require 1 contribution points in this case, but some houses, like for example this one, will require 2 contribution points. So make sure you check the amount of contribution required before you actually start buying. Then when you press purchase lodging, it'll take 1 minute, and after that 1 minute is done, there will be a note message pop up right on top. Then says your house has been upgraded to lodging. Then you can buy more contract more workers. So now worker list, so top left. Then since we're in Port Etheria, we got Goblin Worker 1. So with him, we can send him to our shipyard. Make sure it's Goblin Worker 1. Then press change. Make sure it's set to maximum, because the last thing you want to do is for them to collect one time, then come back to your town without having them to do anything for like until you thing when you touch it again. So press yes and start working. I'm not gonna do that since I do not want this fish. So I'll be taking my other worker, for example. So as you can see, they have a lot of workers currently working for me. Some are just sitting there. So when they are done, they'll consume 1 energy, and you can recover energy by pressing recover all and press confirm. The thing you use to recover energy are beer. So beer or cold draft beer, both works. There's also grill steam bird. So grilled bird meat or steaming hot grilled bird meat. I personally recommend getting the steaming hot grilled bird meat since they give you 4 recovery and they only cost 1,190 each, which is by far the most profitable, the cheapest way of recovering your workers. Beer, I would not recommend getting that since they just cost too much. Grilled bird meat is alright, but if you look at the price, it's the same as the steaming hot grilled bird meat. So if you can get this instead, I would go for it. But you can actually put pre-orders. I'm personally using the the grilled bird meat because I actually made them myself through cooking. Then workers. Let's talk about skills. So if you hover over to a worker, as you can see, they can learn up to 7 skills. The first one is automatically unlocked when you get it. So Porphyria. So I got Thrifty C. So the skills they are all RNG depending on what you can learn. So if you want the best worker, then I have no idea how much thousands of energy you have to spend in order to get like the best one possible. So I personally don't really mind the skills. Then there is also the promotion. You can promote workers every 10 level. When you promote them, there is a chance to go to the next tier. For example, if I were to promote the skilled human worker, he will go up to professional if he succeeded. So I'm gonna promote a worker. So let's see. Yep, this one looks good. So level 24 skilled giant worker. As you can see, we have 2 promotion chances because we are at level 24. So every 10 level it gives you 1, then press promote. So as you can see, it says the promotion test is held for a day. During the test, other worker cannot take the test. So 1 test at a time, and it will take you 24 hours. And during this time, your coworker can do nothing except for promote. So when it passes, everything will reset. So your level 24 will go back down to level 0, but level 1, but you will be a professional tier with better skills and such. So press yes. Now, Now our workers during promotion, it will take you 24 hours. You can also use pearls to complete now, but I would not do that. Then finally, when you have finished promotion, a test like a message will pop up in your mailbox and say something like your something worker test is over. Then it has to say congratulations, your worker has passed the promotion, or it will say something like you have failed the promotion, then you lost a chance and you wasted 1 day on promoting that worker. Now, final thing. No, 2 more things actually. How to invest your node efficiently. So first, we are going over to the somethinglobby.net site. It's a map of the whole entire BDO world with literally all the things you have to know regarding maps and such. So I'm just going to talk about the nodes in general. So our location is currently at Port Etheria, right? So let's say I want to go over to Open Island, for example. Then like what's the best efficient way? As you can see, there are currently two routes you can go to, either the left or the right. So we click onto that, then we can, on the left side, you see that find the shortest connection to. Then we are going to choose our port area. Where is it? Here, port area. Then it will set you to tell you to go from Open Island, Aberdeen Island, then this way. So pretty much. So you could click on it to know which island you need and invest from there. So with that knowledge, we can go here, there. I haven't unlocked all these nodes yet. Then you can also search for specific resources using this map as well. For example, let's say I need eggs. I can search out egg. It will tell you there are two locations for egg. One at Batali Farm and one at Flinto Farm. So, and these are the only two egg locations available in the whole BDO world. So make sure to pick them up if you are doing cooking. Then finally, what are the good stuff to invest in? No, that's another, sorry. How do you like base your nodes? So in my case, I currently got three nodes system set up. So one based around Velia, one based around Hydro, the other one based around Altanova. Well, the Altanova one was only getting one resources because that's the only resource I need. Yeah. So the Altanova is not really like something I will have permanently. But anyways, let's start from the Hydro and Velia. So Hydro one, I currently have a few nodes around it. So Coastal Farm, Morality Plantation, Alejandro Farm, and Northern Hydro Quarry. These are the 4 nodes I will need for my resources for my other life skills. So Alejandro Farm is collecting cooking honey. Costa Farm and the Morality Plantation is collecting wheat. Then I have the Northern Hydro Quarry for iron ore and powder of darkness. So what I did before was I literally based everything on Hydro, then I also connected to the nodes around Velia, which was really inefficient. If you see that there's a Hydro pass, which that is a 3 contribution worth I need to invest for literally nothing. There's the Balanov Forage, which I do not get anything from it since that is alchemy stuff. That will be another 2 contribution. So that's 5 contribution wasted already by investing 2 nodes I do not need because I'm connecting to Hydro. So also another thing is they take this a long time to get to the nodes I actually need. For example, if I did Hydro and I want to get to the Toscani farm, the worker will require to go from Hydro to Northern Carpos and around here, then to here. As you can see, this is a long distance already, so that's like another 20-30 minutes added to the base working time. So that was not efficient, so you want to base your nodes of many cities just based on what you need. And by that, I mean what you need, not what you think you need. So I already reworked my nodes already. So since mine is mainly cooking, so I only got the cooking stuff. And for cooking, a really important resource is eggs. That's why I was doing the egg search on the node map. So eggs, there's only 2 locations, Bartelli and Flinto Farm. And we search the marketplace, egg. They are 5,100 each, and there are 25,000 pre-orders. And it has been like that for about 2 weeks, a week or 2. So that's why eggs are really important for cooking. Even you're not doing cooking, just pick up eggs, so there'll be a decent profit. Then for alchemy, your main resource is the excavation node, which gives you traces of something. So for example, this case is traces of the earth and traces of ascension. So we search the marketplace again. Earth, they go for 92,500 each. Then ascension, I can't spell that word, so they go for 77,500 each. So they are also got the good nodes you can pick up, but the only downside is if you pick up these nodes, you get other extra stuff that are not necessary and just take up inventory slot, for example. So with the leaf and cracked vein, they'll take up your inventory stock. And yeah, that's why I currently don't get excavation nodes. Also, I do not have enough contribution to invest in. So that's why basing around many location is quite important. So yeah, there are also some nodes that are really good to get. For example, the Elder Tree node over here on the top. So this node, main thing is that Elder Tree set goes for a lot. So Elder Tree, they are 12,400 each, and there are 190,000 pre-orders. They are used to make ships, so that's why there are many pre-orders. And so this map is a really good map as just for regular node exploring and telling you what to do and stuff. There's also other stuff like leveling, world bosses, horse, fishing, everything. Pretty much everything you need to know about a location is up here in this map, except for Grana, which I think they missed out. Like if I show gathering location, let's say some meats, deer meat. As you can see, nothing shows up on here, but there's like a many around towards the regular area. So there's actually some deer around Grana as well. For example, like there's a spot down here, only a few. So yeah, I think they haven't updated Grana yet. So if you're based off Grana, then good luck. You have to physically find it yourself, but the node stuff are still there. So yeah, that's all for this node guide. And in the next part, I'll be making, let's see, farming or gathering or something along this list. That's like the basis. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you in the next one. Bye.